Merry Christmas, nerds.
Yay!
This is Just At the Seat, and we finished our movie marathon with Joy. And I have very mixed feelings about Joy.
I like
actually.
Joy. But Joy is not a movie you should see at the end of a marathon. It's not a movie you should see tired. And heaven help you, it's not a movie you should see at midnight. Ever.
Yeah, I fell asleep a couple times, I woefully admit. I honestly thought it was going to be a crime thriller based on the very vague trailer, the first trailer that came out, and I like being surprised about movies. Although it was funny, I was talking about it during the trailers while we were watching it, about all these movies, based on true stories, and how I like certain movies that, at least allow for a certain amount of believability in terms of, and believability in the opposite direction of what you're thinking. Believability in the thought of, well, this is a movie. People wrote this. People decided that this was...
I'll be right back.
People decided to make this different than what actually happened. Even the recorded events that they know happened. And of course, the first thing in the movie before you even see camera shot is, these were inspired by true events. And then, of course, it makes it more real and makes it hit home. And I think it's interesting because it's also a feminist film, because the main character is a woman. It's about how she pulled up her bootstraps and became an independent businesswoman. I mean, on paper, it sounds delicious. It's deliciously feminist, And Jennifer Lawrence playing Joy. It's kind of funny. It's like her name's ironic,
They tried to age her and it didn't work well. She just...
Oh, they did a little epilogue thing at the end, and oh my gosh. Well, she had no wrinkles, and she's supposed to be must have had to been pushing 50. Yeah. During the movie, after they show her childhood, she's supposed to be in her 30s because she has 2 kids, and then that's husband.
Oh yeah, it's because it's over
if you don't want
17 years after the fucking what?
After her life collapses?
Yeah.
So she's probably in her late 20s, actually.
We're going to say this now. We're kind of treading spoiler territory. Now, what we said so far isn't super spoiler-y, but we're really pushing it right now.
Yeah, but we'll say this. It's a life story kind of movie. I think what really...
Keep going.
I think what really breaks it for me is the narration. There's a lot of unnecessary narration.
There's...
that could have been written out.
It is also really slow.
And tries to give you an emotional tether, way too heavy-handedly.
And it doesn't work very well, I have to admit.
It's really forced.
I actually don't give a damn about any of the characters. What I actually cared about was the product. And that's it.
I cared about the struggle.
I cared about the struggle. I cared about the business.
I cared about the pain.
I cared about the business. That's it. Everything else felt forced.
I did have a moment of sharing pure despair with a character, and that's when I cried during this movie. I don't know. I guess I cry easily during movies.
I wasn't there for the tears. I was just there to wake him up.
Well, the thing with this movie is, it had a lot of really interesting experimental cinematography. And what I love about cinematography, and why I always go crazy about good cinematography when I see it in a movie, is it is one of film's most distinct ways to communicate shit that can't be communicated not on film. So when you have characters talking and talking and talking and telling us everything, and even early on, what's slow, especially the dialogue, is it's chock full of exposition, is that you lose track with all these unnecessary details. Sometimes you just need to know what the characters are feeling and what they're looking at.
Like a documentary, honestly.
Yeah, it was something you would watch in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was here's a true story. Let's liven it up with some humor and
a little bit of music here, pizzazz. Anyway, nerds, we gotta get some sleep and make our way home.
Wait, I want to mention one more thing.
Hurry up, this is stopping Uber.
Oh, well, there's this parallel between her imagination and like real life, and you can tell the difference between what's supposed to be real and what's supposed to be in her imagination, but it directly affects the cinematography. I think that's probably one of the most excellent things about this movie. Like, there's a lot of like dream sequences, and it breaks the fourth wall in that it has a lot to do with like a film studio, because they're actually in a film studio for a lot of the major plot points of this movie.
It doesn't break it at all. It doesn't even touch the fourth wall. The fact that they're in a studio and they're doing shit that I'm not going to talk about because, I mean, it's spoilers, that doesn't break anything, because they're not really talking to you. They're not talking at you. You can clearly feel that she's still in it.
Well, it's kind of like in Super Mario World 3, where the whole world's like a backdrop of a play, but they don't ever mention it's a backdrop of a play.
That is a theory, and technically, yeah, no.
Oh, wrong show.
No. Night nerds.
Oh, we'll have to see it again. So, yeah, we'll actually also post or at least I will, an analysis of it more closely, because I feel like I haven't given it the attention it deserved.
Wait, I said good night. Merry Christmas. All right.